Good morning, babies. Hi, how are you? Hey cuties. Hi. I'm glad you're here. I'm thankful for you. This is a general message, so take what resonates, leave the rest. It is also timeless, so whenever you find it, it is the right time. Yes. Yes. Let us get into it, babies. The first song the song I got on shuffle, I should say, is Out of the Blue by the Steel Woods, which love that band so much. They are incredible live. Their Keanu Reeves looking guitarist is fantastic. Yeah, they're amazing. I'm not sure what has changed since yesterday, but the birds are singing a new tune. I've finally come out of the blue. I've finally come out of the blue. Oh, these eyes in the mirror look so much clearer. It's hard to believe that it's true. I've finally come out of the blue. Lord, I've finally come out of the blue. I've seen red, I've seen white, I've seen death, I've seen life. I never saw myself coming through. I've finally come out of the blue. Lord, I've finally come out of the blue. Well, it's dark as a well down there in hell, where everything reminds me of you. But I've finally come out of the blue. Lord, I've finally come out of the blue. I've seen red, I've seen white, I've seen death, I've seen life, but I never saw myself coming through. I've finally come out of the blue. It's righting of a wrong, the writing of a song. Thin air becomes something new. I've finally come out of the blue. Lord, I've finally come out of the blue. That's a good message, I say, huh? What do you think? Especially where it says, it's dark as a well down there in hell, where everything reminds me of you, but I finally come out of the blue. So if you've been like, especially because like when I was shuffling, this card came out. This is the Eight of Swords, and that's about being blocked and stuck, prison, like a mental prison. What is that Creed song? My own prison. You're out of that mental prison. You're out of it. You're out of that. It's dark as a well down there in hell, where everything reminds me of you. I've finally come out of the blue. So you're able to like let things go. I'm getting like a lot of people, especially with like how crazy shit has been. Remember, these messages are timeless, but just like, you know, the betrayal getting exposed, and, you know, with our moving into the age of Aquarius, things are getting exposed. Like, you can't live in the illusions of the age of Pisces, you know, where it's all murky and down in a well, if you will, because Pisces is a water sign, down in this dark well. And they ruled the 12th house, which is illusions, hidden, things hidden. All that stuff's getting exposed, so it's been like very hard because all, you know, we're realizing it. We're not living under the illusion anymore. So it's, you know, it's shocking to witness and see all this stuff and be like, wow, I thought there was way more people that had my back, that weren't against me. Like, what the hell? I have 717 on my clock right now. So, you know, that puts you in a depression because you had to see people for who they were, which are straight demons, some of them. But there is some sort of acceptance, whether this is, you know, you working through this right now, or this is to come. Oh, damn it, my computer turned off. There's some sort of acceptance. Man, I swear this is like the longest minute ever. The 717 is still there. And just like realizing, you know, that wasn't my fault. None of this was my fault. They were straight on demon time. I was meant to overcome this. This helped me undo a lot of programming that needed to be undone so I could live a better life. Okay, thank you. This, you know, it's not so bad right now. I'm not sure what has changed since yesterday, but the birds are singing a new tune. I've finally come out of the blue. Oops, I burped, excuse me. These eyes in the mirror look so much clearer. It's hard to believe that it's true. So, with letting this go, you know, getting out of this mental prison, I think I'm going to pull more tarot instead. What about getting out of this mental prison? Or what are you seeing clearer? Because you're seeing something clearer. I can't believe. Yeah. This was all part of your healing journey with the Star card. See how the little dude's on his little mission up to the castle? This is bringing you to your 10 of Pentacles, your wonderful life, the mansion, the kids, the dog, the car, the money, the job, all of that. That's bringing all of this. And that was just, they were a horrible, awful stepping stone for that, to undo these programmings that you've been clinging to and holding on to. Or simply this codependency you had. Say if it was a person you were clinging on to and they were awful for you and you finally let them go, then that's going to bring you closer to your, because that, you know, you can't get your winnings, your gains, your abundance, your manifestations if there's some leech clinging on to you, some vampire, like yeah, more of a leech. That's what I'm saying, because I'm seeing like those parasitic things that like cling to like aquatic animals. That's what I'm seeing. Those little sucker leeches or whatever. I mean, that's what I'm saying. So you weren't going to be able to get this game because they would have taken it from you or would have ruined it for you. Their vibe wasn't allowing you to get the wins. And you're seeing that clearly now that that was just part of their journey. You were meant to overcome that so you could be stronger to prepare. And you're not victimizing yourself. You're understanding that, yes, that was part of your karmic debt that needed to be paid off. And, you know, taking responsibility for your life. So that's, you know, if you're in a miserable situation, getting out, getting away and overcoming it, overcoming the hurdles and not being naive and seeing people for who they are when you knew the whole time. I finally come out of the blue. Okay, it's the writing of a wrong, the writing of a song. Thin air becomes something new. So what's coming out of thin air? That's what we want to know, right? We want to know what's coming out of thin air, baby. Baby. I am called. I have a little bit of time. I'm being called to look up that damn my own prison. My own prison creed. Okay. Oh shit. Okay, now it's making sense. Court is in session, a verdict is in. No appeal on the docket today, just my own sin. The walls cold and pale, the cage made of steel. Screams fill the room, alone I drop and kneel. Silence now the sound, my breath the only motion around. Demons cluttering around, my face showing no emotion. Shackled by my sentence, expecting no return. Here there is no penance, my skin begins to burn. So I held my head up high, hiding hate that burns inside, which only fuels their selfish pride. And I said, oh, all I held captive. I can't remember exactly how it goes. From the sun, a sun that shines on only some. We the meek are all in one. I hear a thunder in the distance. See a vision of a cross. I feel the pain that was given on that sad day of loss. A lion roars in the darkness. Only he holds the key. A light to free me from my burden and grant me life eternally. Damn it, this is taking me to another song. Is this gonna be one of those again? Shit. Well, let's do it, you know. Why not, right? God. The Master's Call. So what I'm getting from that, my own prison, is like your court session, you know, you paid your karmic debt, and now you're understanding, okay, so there is court, there is fairness, there is justice, and it will occur, especially with the age of Aquarius. Nothing is hidden anymore. You know, it's an air sign. It's very astute, intelligent. You know, it can do research. It's very good with the understanding and communication, things like that. And, you know, this is me intuitively understanding it. 1997 might be significant to you. That's why I was smiling, I was smirking. And, you know, me intuitively, I'm understanding, because it is a fixed sign. There is a stubbornness of like, no, you're not gonna lie to me. I know the truth. You're not gonna fucking gaslight me. No, simply no. There's that like bullheadedness to, I know my intellect, I know my intelligence, I know what I know, and you're not gonna gaslight me anymore. So that gaslighting's coming to an end. That's just what, I mean, I am not, no way, even close to an astrologer. So please, you know, use fancy, smancy math heads, you know, you little smart nerds and that are my favorite kind of nerds, the astrology nerds. If you could, you know, put your 2 cents in the comments, that would be wonderful. I always love to hear that. We could always learn more, right? But the court is in session, and you're understanding that like everyone gets their karma, and you're realizing, oh, okay, so that was part of my karmic debt. I had to heal this to be free. That was my own prison. That was I was living in that prison. I was living in this victim mentality when I needed to pay my karmic debts off. They're done. It was hell. Down in a well. What does it say? It's dark as a well, down there in hell, where everything reminds me of you. I finally come out of the blue. And all of this was meant to get you closer to God, you know, closer to the universe, closer to your spirit team, all of this stuff. Because, you know, that's when we really, you know, on every good day, you know, starting out before your spiritual journey, you're not fucking praying. You're not praying every day on a good day. You're praying whenever things are going real bad, real south, real quick. It's not good, man. God help me now. God help me now. And it takes that awful time to go through to get you closer to your faith, to closer to God, closer to the universe, your spirit team, your intuition, your higher self. It takes that awful, yucky stuff to get you there because you go searching for, there has to be something better than this. 727 on my clock. There has to be something better. And I'm seeing that 727 as a connection with the divine. So sevens are like, you know, the divine and healing and luck. And then 2 is like, you know, connections, relationships. So like that made you, that's confirming that, yeah, that's what got you connected even more to the divine, was that shitty prison you had to get out of. You had to do your time, take your healing with grace, take your healing with grace, and understand that it's part of your journey. And as soon as you look in the mirror, your eyes are so much clearer, and you see the truth of, oh, I had to pay my shit off. I had to look in the mirror. I had to see what bullshit I was on, what kind of victim mentality I was playing. And as soon as you see the truth of it, like that was part of my journey. It was meant to happen in a weird roundabout way. I deserved it. As a way, like, not saying that you deserve the pain, but you deserve the overcoming these struggles and awful like karmic debts that needed to be paid off. That is giving you all this amazing life, this juiced up stuff, if you will. So the Master's Call came to me while I was reading my own prison. The Master's Call by Marty Robbins. This song, every time I listen to it, it gives me goosebumps. I'm just like, damn. Damn. And we did have, so like what I was asking is the illusion that you understand now is the 2 of Swords in reverse. You see it now, because usually this card is, you know, your eyes are blocked, or there's a blindfold of some sort that you're not seeing, you're choosing not to see, or you're like stuck. The blindfold is off, you're seeing the truth, you're taking a path. You're choosing a path instead of being stuck at a crossroads. This bitch needs to get out of my energy. Fuck off. 17:07 on the clock. 17:17 on the clock. Lots of 7s and 2s and 1s. 4 of Cups. In reverse, that's the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. And so you were supposed to see this as the truth and quit holding on, because like the 4 of Pentacles upright is like clinging and holding on to something. See how they're like abducting people? I see that as like, you know, they're not, the little spaceships are letting go of the people. They're just, you know, giving them back. You know, you're giving the people that did you wrong back to God. You're giving the pain, the burden, all of that, the wondering, like, well, how could somebody be so awful? How can somebody be such an awful liar? How could somebody just be demonic like that? I just don't get it. Wow. Like, you can't relate. Just you letting it go. Be like, you know what? They were straight up on demon time. They were some entity, dark energy that I was meant to overcome. I was meant to battle and overcome and prove how strong I am. And that's just what it is. And you're seeing it for what it is. It's clear. Your eyes are so much clearer. Okay. The Master's Call by Marty Robbins. When I was a young man, I don't remember the way it goes right now. I was wild and full of fire, a youth within my teens, but full of challenge and desire. I ran away from home and I left my mother and my dad. I know it grieved them so to think their only boy was bad. I fell in with an outlaw band. Their names were known quite well. How many times we robbed and plundered, I could never tell. This kind of sinful living leads only to a fall. I learned that much. God, once again, I'm not even hearing the song and I'm getting goosebumps. I love it. This song is very powerful. I learned that much and more the night I heard my master call. One night, I got the tingles all over my body. One night, we rustled cattle, 1,000 head or so, and started them out to the trail that leads to Mexico. But another started A northern started blowing and a lightning flashed about. I thought someone was calling me. I thought I heard a shout. Then at that moment, lightning struck not 20 yards from me, and left there was a giant cross where once there was a tree. And this time I knew I heard a voice so sweet and strange, a voice that came from everywhere, a voice that called my name. So frightened, I was thinking of sinful deeds I'd done. I failed to see that 1,000 head of cattle started to run. The cattle, they stampeded. Were running all around. My pony ran but stumbled and threw me to the ground. I felt the end was near. The death would be the price. When a mighty bolt of lightning showed the face of Jesus Christ, and I cried, "Oh Lord, forgive me. Don't let it happen now. I want to live for you alone. Oh God, these words I vow." My wicked past unfolded. I thought of wasted years when another bolt of lightning killed 100 head of steers. And the others rushed on by me, and I was left to live. The master had a reason. Life is his to take or give. A miracle performed that night. I wasn't meant to die. The dead ones formed a barricade, least 6 or 7 high. And right behind it, there was I, afraid but safe and sound. I cried and begged for mercy, kneeling there upon the ground. I'm like getting emotional from that, wow. A pardon I was granted, my sinful soul set free. No more to fear the angry waves upon my stormy sea. Forgiven by the love of God, a love will remain. I gave my life and soul the night the Savior called my name. So seeing this as an awful and, as hard, maybe a hard pill to swallow, is that was your karma. That was your debt to be paid for maybe dirty deeds you did. Where none of us are pure, none. And so that was like a concentrated way to get you to be like, "Oh Lord, forgive me. Please don't let it happen now. I want to live for you. Oh God, these words I vow." I felt the end was near. The death would be the price. That death would be the price when a mighty bolt of lightning showed the face of Jesus Christ. So like this helped you find your spiritual journey. This helped you find a path to, really living in your morality, because you had to pay. You searched because you knew there was something more. There is a reason all this crazy shit is happening. And that pushed you further into your, I want to live for you alone, oh God, these words I vow, pushing you further into your faith, into your spirituality, into the unknown, into the magic of the universe, of God, of Most High, whatever you want to call it, your spirit team, that pushed you further into it, into your your divinity, and connecting only with God, only with source, only with spirit. And whether you know it or not, my wicked past unfolded. I thought of wasted years, and another bolt of lightning killed 100 head of steers. And so you realizing that was a waste of time, like being around these people, allowing these people in my life. And I'm also getting that this awful, crazy shit that happened and you overcoming that was you paying karmic debts from past lives as well. So it's not just like from this life, so don't get on your ass. Really, I deserve that? What did I do? That was so awful. Obviously we've done shitty, awful things. None of us are perfect. I fuck up on the daily. I'm just trying my best, but sometimes I fuck up. But I learned from the lesson and I try to be better. Or it takes me a few times, whatever. We're human, we're learning. And, so you're like, dude, what the hell? Yeah, it may not have been this bad this lifetime, but in past lifetimes, this was just a compilation of things that was going to keep chasing you until you went through this awful, crazy shit, got in your own prison, and had to come out of it, had to come out of the blue. You had to go into your court is in session, the verdict is in. No pill on the docket today, just my own sin. And taking responsibility, be like, yeah, that was meant to happen. Now I know that that was my karmic debt, past lives, sin that I've done, however you want to call it. I like just calling it karma versus sin because it feels like, I don't like the pressure of like Christianity on it because a lot of humans have ruined that. And it's very like, a lot of people have like trauma from growing up in really religious homes where there was a lot of control and oppression from that. So I try not to use that too much. So I held my head up, high, hiding hate that burns inside, which only fuels their selfish pride. And I said, oh, all I held captive. See, I don't know how that part goes. Oh, there we go. Should have been dead on Sunday morning, banging my head. No time for mourning, ain't got no time. Should have been dead on Sunday morning, banging my head. No time for mourning, ain't got no time. That's what made me think of the Master's Call, because it was like, you got to dodge death. You literally got out of this prison, this hell, this well, this dark night hellscape, nightmare hellscape that you were living in. You got out of it because you sought what you were supposed to, which was you were meant to go further into your faith, whatever that looks like for you. You know, trusting in the universe, trusting in your divinity, getting closer to your higher self and understanding that and seeking that knowledge, seeking the truth, not what's been programmed onto you growing up, seeking the real truth. And that got you into this, you know, where you're at now. And now you can come out of the blue because you've paid your debt, and now you can feel free. You don't have this weight on you because you, just like how this song is basically, he almost died from a stampede and a storm, that it was just like a concentrated like karmic debt payoff because it was so scary and like chaotic, and he got the message and he was like, you know what? And he meant it. And God knew he meant it. That's why he was able to live. He's like, I'll live for you. It wasn't just saying that like out of, fear and like, oh, I'll live for you. I'll live for you. He meant it. And that's why he was able to live and continue and be like, all right, you're allowed to live. You paid your debt. You know that you were bad and you've looked back on that. You paid your karmic debts. And we have the Lovers at the bottom of the deck and the Queen of Cups. And I'm just seeing that as you're getting the rewarded with connection and loving connection. So like the Queen of Cups, which is the Queen of Curses in this deck, I see that as like the mommy, like sweet mom energy, like very loving, very kind, very tender. You're getting these like wonderful connections that are nurturing and good for you, and you're gonna gain a lot and they'll gain a lot from you. It's very symbiotic. It's good all around. And that might just be like your lover, like your romantic partner coming in. Like this is what you're rewarded for doing the work and sticking to it, instead of just saying to get, out of your karmic debt, oh, I'll live for you, but you're still living it. You're still committed to your path. I finally come out of the blue. Yeah, you looked within and found the key. And this may be, okay, and one more on that. Interesting, and it's interesting that she's blue. Yeah, so you looked within, and there might be some more, there's always more of that, to let go of, because we have the Death in reverse. So you looked within and saw what you were clinging to that you needed to let go of to move on. And we have vigilance at the bottom of that. So you were fighting the demons, the karma, all of that, like, and you stayed strong and protective of, you know, what you are at your core, which is pure source, which is of God, which is of the universe, the stars, and you stayed vigilant with that through it all, through the hell, all of that, and you're being greatly rewarded with connections and wonder and amazing things. We have lots of water in these cards, so I see that as like a new emotional beginning, like to where you're not having, see how it's coming out of the blue, like you're getting to experience, I'm not sure what has changed since yesterday, but the birds are singing a new tune. Something new, like you're getting a new emotional beginning. You're getting new emotions like joy, excitement, like all of these things that you really haven't been able to like experience in like large amounts. It's been more of like exhaustion, like fear, anxiety, stress, all of these uncomfortable feelings. And the birds are chirping outside. But the birds are singing a new tune. Thank you, Spirit. That was wonderful. Oh my God, you can't make that up. Proof. Confirmation that this is true. I finally come out of the blue. I finally come out of the blue. Should I sing more of my own prison? My own prison. So you stayed vigilant on that? Anything else? What do the little birds have to say? Yeah. What do the little birds have to say, please? But the birds are singing a new tune. I finally come out of the blue. I finally come out of the blue. That's way too many. I guess we'll go with those two, huh? All right, that one was good. Nice. Snake, shed old skin. So that was that what you were clinging onto. You looked within. You had to be in the blue. You had to look within and go through your dark night and be in the darkness and the down in the dark well of hell to see what you're clinging onto. And that's helping you release this, shed the skin, shed old skin and move beyond that. You know, that geometric shit might be significant to you. I've been getting a lot of triangles lately, so that's very interesting. Sage, be devoted and committed. Yes, like I said, you were being vigilant, you were committed, you were staying on track, fighting for what you believe in, and this is all, the birds are like, hell yeah, good job. Like, that's what they're saying. They're like, good job for being devoted and committed. Keep on it. Just because you're feeling good doesn't mean you need to fall off. Like I was saying earlier in this reading, you know, we don't pray when, like before, you know, the spiritual awakening and stuff, we don't pray unless it's the shit's hitting the fan. Most people. I mean, that's a generalized term, obviously, but making sure that even on your best days, you're staying in that gratitude and staying committed to your path of like, you know, praying and being grateful and staying present, doing your little routines and rituals of what you need to do to stay on your path and to continue the healing, stay on that. Because this dude's like your little yogi teacher or yogi, whatever. Stag, trust and thrive. So, you know, you trusting that whenever something annoying happens or whatever, just be like, yeah, it's part of the process. I'm being tested. If I still let all of this go, it's just a little test to see if I can hold my frequency. Fine. Bring it on, baby. Bring it on. I trust that, and I'm going to thrive in this. The little birds are so perfect and so cute. How adorable. All right, well, I'm going to end this message on that. The little birds say hi and good job. You did such a wonderful job. Keep on it, though. Don't let it slip, even though you're out of the blue, out of the darkness. You still need to pray and stay on your journey. All right, babies, I love you so much. Have a wonderful day.